Hello friends and fellow VEDSies, it is September the 28th. During VEDS I typically take 2 days to recognize something and in some way. One of those is September 11th and the other one is today, September the 28th. September the 28th is the day 10 years ago now when my cousin Ethan passed away after a lifelong battle with cancer. He never knew life without it. He was diagnosed when he was 6 months old, and so his entire life was this illness. And again, I usually do this through music. I sing a song or something and dedicate it to him. But this year I kind of just wanted to talk. So Ethan, like I said, he lived his entire life with this illness, and it was touch and go for a little while. Doctors predicted he wouldn't survive very long at all. Ended up living 10 years. The cancer just kept coming back, and they finally decided that it would be better to just kind of let him go than to try to keep him alive. It would end up being more painful for him if they tried to continue treatment and try to keep him alive. My last memory of Ethan was, I believe, the Thanksgiving. It was either Thanksgiving or Christmas before the month that he died. He was almost always there. There was a long time where we didn't see him because he was too sick to travel. But when he got to be, I think when he got to be about like 4 or 5, he was stable enough that he was able to come to family gatherings. So we saw him Thanksgiving and Christmas and sometimes over the summer. And he always he was very much a part of the family tradition. He loved all of the traditions that we have in our family. He loved the making chocolate that we do at Thanksgiving. He loved the singing that we do at Christmas. Every tradition he just dove right into it and loved it. And it made the traditions almost more special to us too. Just sharing that with him. I mean, we always did them, but it just became more of a deal for the rest of us to enjoy that. His favorite game was Uno. He loved playing Uno, and in fact, every year at Christmas time, we have now started the tradition of having an Uno tournament among the family to just kind of remember that. It's been going on for probably since the Christmas after he died, I think. So it's been going on for a while. My sister's won like 3 times. I've never won, but that's neither here nor there. And one of my favorite memories of Ethan, I'll share that. One of my favorite memories of Ethan. Very often I would bring my keyboard that I had since high school and actually still have here in the apartment. I would bring my keyboard. It's simple keyboard. One of those small little keyboards, but it has different voices and it has the ability to record songs on it and that sort of thing. I've used it in a lot of my videos. I would bring the keyboard and he would love to play on the keyboard. Even though he didn't necessarily have the motor coordination or anything like that, he just loved making the different sounds and hearing the different voices, and he loved that he could record his own music. I could hit record on the thing and he could record his own music, and then he could listen to what he had just played. And he would always get a big kick out of that, and he would and for a while I was bringing the keyboard to family gatherings for no other reason but so that he could play on it. Like, I wouldn't have any need for it, and it's a huge thing to lug around, but I would bring it just because I knew that he would want to play on it and he would enjoy playing on it, and it would just be a lot of fun to do that with him. At his funeral, there were show tunes played and show tunes sung because he loved show tunes just like the rest of the family. And I remember it being a very fitting memorial service, very, very much fitting his personality and celebrating everything that he loved and everything that we loved about him. Obviously, it's very sad when that happens to someone so young, and we're still mourning him, and we probably still will for a while. But it was a fitting memorial service. So I think that's all I'm going to say about that. So until next time, friends and fellow VEDSies, I'll see you tomorrow.